Ooh, baby. It's hot in here today. Can I focus in? Focus in? There we go. Hey guys. Alright. I gotta learn how to live with this because usually my hair be curly and straight. And yeah, it's different. Anywho. So, Love and Marriage Huntsville this week, guys. What y'all think? What y'all think about the episode? Get down below, you know, in the comments. Let me know. Hold on, let me push this around. Let me know. Ooh, let me take this out my ear. Let me know what y'all thought of this week, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Cause you know, I got a lot that I thought about it, and your girl Stormy was just tinging on a little bit too much for me. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about her this season, but we're gonna get into it. Ugh, I can't stand a friend who just be like, I can't stand somebody who got a friend who feel like they need to fight your battles for you. Like, let that person speak, please. Okay, we'll get into it. Let me just set up my monitor, even though hubby's upstairs today and he is watching Miss Thing, but you know, ain't nothing wrong with an extra pair of eyes all the time, right? Oh. And plus it lets me know if I might be talking too loud or doing too much. Okay. So let's get started. What is this? Season who? What? I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna be better one day. Y'all know what's down. It's down in the title below. It's down in the title below. All right. So we meeting up, right? And it's Kimmy and it's Destiny, and we like, okay, they about to chit chat, whatever, about what's going on between Destiny and Melody, and yeah. But before we get there, it is a little bit of like what Destiny called it, the come to Jesus moment, you know, because Kimmy kind of like plays like to make everything all leveled out and smooth so everybody can kind of operate, but it ain't working out like that this season. Anyway, so Kimmy come in with a ponytail, and I thought her ponytail was really cute, guys. I love me a little ponytail that's like, you know, nice and thin at the top right here. So it was looking real cute. Are we surprised that Mel and Destiny aren't friends anymore? Because listen. So I thought of it like this. So I think Melanie is just trying to clean house. She don't want no friends that's friends with Martell or friends that she gained from Martell. If you haven't fully switched over and said Martell ain't your friend, she ain't really going to deal with you. So basically, if you are friends with Martell, you can't be friends with her right now. And that's just how it is. And I mean, you just gotta respect it. Yeah, you just gotta respect it. That's not what she want right now. She don't want you to be her friend if you Martell friend. Even though it is childish to me, in my opinion. That don't mean that's just in my opinion. It seems a little childish that people can't have friendships that you, quote unquote, that's the op. Why are we using that word like that? But anyway, that's the op, so she don't want to be friends with them. As time goes on, I'm realizing that Mel just doesn't want to be friends with anyone because of their connection with Martell. Okay? Because that whole conversation about how they're going to get things back together, or do they ever think they'll be on track again? I said they won't be. They won't be. Destiny can go ahead and wrap this relationship up, tie it in a bow. I really respect. You know what, this is the thing about it. It's like, do you respect it? Because you know, sometimes like I feel like Destiny is holding back from what she really want to say because she don't really want to fracture this friendship that bad. But in a way, does she feel like that friendship is that valuable, or is that the connections that come along with Melody that valuable? Because and that's why she really don't want to mess things up too much, because the connections that come along with Melody and how basically Melody almost made her pretty much lose deals in the past. So is it that the connections that come along with Melody, she ain't really trying to cuss her out and trying to really fracture that relationship? I mean, and really just, they kept saying fracture the whole episode, and really trying to just break that relationship off. Anyway, so we're gonna get these M's together this week, okay? So what we have, Marcel and Maurice. Marcel talks about if he could be friends with Martel again, not friends with Martel, do business with Martel again. And because Tisha holds majority, she's the majority stakeholder in the company, that he doesn't think that he can't buy his way back into Scope, because Tisha is the majority stakeholder of the company, and he doesn't want to sell his shares. And not to mention, I just think that Marcel just doesn't want to do business with Martel. This is just all for semantics, because he's never going to be back in business again. The way he tried to see, because what I really think is that they had business together, and not only was they had actual business together, but they was doing dirt together. And because Martel tried to throw out there that he had 20 women, he slept with 20 other women, he's never going to give. I wish he would just, maybe we'll see next week, I wish he would just come clean about the other women. If he is sleeping with them, or if he has slept with them in the past, just come clean and just get it out the way, and just take whatever repercussions that Tisha has to deal with. Because the weight that Martel could just keep throwing that around, or he's not going to throw it around anymore because he needs his business, but he should have been just came clean about it, because why drag it out? I always say, what you do in the dark always comes to light. It don't matter how much you try to hide it, or if it's something in your past that you did and you're just trying to cover it up, you might as well just be honest about it, so you can just breathe, okay? Anyway. But anyway, Marcel doesn't want to do business with Martel. He even tries to move the goalposts. Like, first he was like, oh, I'll let him do this project with Destiny. Now he's changing. He said, well, only way I'll let him buy back into the company is if I see his effort, and if he gets his actual if he gets his license, if he gets his builder's license. I said, baby, he ain't getting that builder's license. He not gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. So and I said, he not gonna do it with him because, let me read. Martel starts something new. Marcel doesn't want to do business with you. Oh, I said, oh, this is me talking to Martel. Martel starts something new because Marcel doesn't want to do business with you. Understand that. He just doesn't want to do business with you, but he don't want to see you hurting this bad either. So he just is like, I'm going to throw him a bone, but he's going to move that goalpost, because anyway, your slip is hanging, and Marcel puts up the goal for Martel that he needs to get his business license by showing some type of commitment. But the gag is, when we flip over to the scene with Martel and he goes in with Fred, oh my God. See, Fred is back again this season. I thought Fred was going for good. I thought Martel used him and was done. But I see, nope, because they sold the actual property, that Martel and Fred are back on the show together again. And only reason why he's here is because he sold the other business. But Fred really, you know what Fred gives me when he's on here? Fred really don't, this ain't really his thing. You know, he get his money in other kind of ways. He don't really need this. But because Martel needs somebody to film with, and because Martel needs some business about himself, because he just can't walk around looking like he's hunting for business. He's doing calendars, he's doing books with his kids, he's doing all of this stuff trying to, you really don't have no direction. And this is really your only direction. So then we have Fred, who is on the show, who's trying to help Martel look like he's solid in something, and that's the business of building. And he's talking to Fred like, well, as long as I got you around, I don't need to get my builder's license. And Fred like, you do still need to get your builder's license. And I told him like, well, why? If we, you know, we ain't never gonna have a falling out. And I just was like, get this, Martel's conversation with Fred, he's not going to get his builder's license because he does not want to continue to leave. Because he wants to continue to leech off of Fred. And he claims that, Fred, we ain't gonna have no falling out. How we gonna ever have a falling out? Sorry, we're men, we don't have falling outs. But we all know that's a lie. Because, you know, we have you and Marsau who had a falling out, and y'all are men. What happened? Oh, y'all had a falling out. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So, Markel can stop. He needs to go ahead and get his builder's license, or just move on from the building industry, or move on from this industry, because obviously you don't want to do the things that it takes for you to keep up to date. You didn't just fall out with Melody because of I think Melody would have left him alone and would have let him have a piece in the business if he didn't say so many disparaging things about her. If he didn't try to ruin her relation, if he didn't try to ruin if he didn't try to ruin her reputation as a mother and all of those other things, then she probably still would have been on board with him being in business with him. But because he said so much other stuff and he tried to make this split so ugly, this split is because of him and how ugly he made it. So now Melody don't want to do no business with you. But men do have fallen out. Look at you and Marsau, and look at you trying to get back in with Marsau. Y'all have fallen outs as well. Please. Please. Anyway. Yeah, Mel goes and meets up with her therapist and talking about 2022 Mel is different than 2021 Mel, because 2021 Mel was cool, calm, and collective, okay? She was the kumbaya Mel. So 2021 Mel was kumbaya Mel. Now, all in my head, I'm doing all kinds of flashbacks, because I'm like, Vegas, you screaming out in the parking lot, that wasn't cool and calm. In front of the house where when Fred was building back there and you and Martell was standing on the curb having that big old argument, baby, was that cool, calm, and collective? Because it was not. The meetings in the driveway with Martell didn't seem cool, calm, and collective to me. But okay, Mel, if you said that was the cool, calm, and collective you, I'm rocking with you, girl. But I'm just saying, I don't think so. But she claims that she's getting ready to go to this event and it's going to be a whole bunch of immature people. We get to this Valentine's Day event, guys. And I don't know if it was a whole bunch of immature people there. We get there. And we see Tisha walks in and everybody's commenting on her outfit. Oh, you got the bubblegum pants on. Like, it was really the pants was really cute. I don't know if it was all for this event though. It wasn't the right attire for the event. The Valentine's Day event. Because I would think you're supposed to be sexy, dressed up, you know, because it's supposed to be like, ooh, I'm hanging out with my girls. We supposed to be real sexy and all of that stuff. No, it was not like that. Tisha came and she said she had her sneakers just in case she needed to stomp somebody out at the end of the night. I said, oh, baby, not stomp somebody out. So then we get there. But the thing about this event, everybody shows up late. Kimmy seems a little bit upset. Although Kimmy is upset, she still carries on with the event. Tiffany and Tisha was one of the first people to show up. They try to start off the event doing this type of like misconceptions people have about you and what's the truth about you. And they obviously had it all wrong, because even though like they had the parts of the cards flip-flopped. And one of the things was that Tisha said that people think that I'm naive, and I'm not. And then Melanie said, I'm going to let the people, Melanie basically said, I'm going to let the people speak on that. I ain't even going to say nothing. But this is my thing about Melanie taking that shot at at Tisha, because I feel like in a place, Melanie wanted to be naive as well. She wanted to be married. She wanted to save her marriage, and she wanted to be naive about the things that Martell was doing. It's just the fact that Martell was getting so loud and disrespectful with the stuff that he was doing that the stuff was actually showing up at her doorstep, and she couldn't ignore it anymore. See, Tisha, we don't know if she's there privately, but it's not there for her right there. It's not there for that. It's not there for her. Marsol hasn't been as sloppy, shall I say. Let's put it like that. Marsol hasn't been as sloppy as Martell has been. So the stuff did not pop up on her doorstep as of yet. I mean, we're waiting because them episodes of next week or next coming weeks is looking a little like, ooh, I think you got messy and you haven't explained yourself. But hold off. So we're just waiting to see how that goes. Now we get into this back and forth because I had to put my notes down because I had stopped taking notes at that point, and but I watched the episode like 3 times, so my thing logged me out on the last episode. Whatever. I mean, at the end of that episode, but whatever. We get to the point where they're tired of playing games. It lasted as long as it could, and now Tisha's just going flat out just ask, like, I heard people been talking stuff about me. I heard, I heard there's been some rumblings about me in the street based off of your slumber party event that you didn't invite me to. See, now this is the thing. I wish Mel would go. I wish Mel would have invited everybody to the event so it wouldn't be all of this. But fine, we're here. So I heard there was stuff being said about me at this event. I can't help but to think it's interesting how Tiffany said she was going to be the bartender and she was going to pretty much stay out of all of this. Like, why? Because you're in the mix of the show. You were actually at this event. And what you have to say may have some relevancy towards this conversation. But Tiffany said she hanging in the background today and she gonna mix the drinks. And that she did, because I did not see her come in and say anything about this event. But what I will say is that Tisha did have questions for Melody about her talking about her at the event. And I agree, like, yo, you was chatting with this girl, you was talking about this girl at this event, and not only were you talking about her, but you had her cousin there to talk about her. And you did. Just fess up to it. Yo, I'm not feeling you right now. I just wish people would just be a little bit more honest, because Melody going on and asked the question, well, do you have an issue with, like, yeah, she has an issue. You know what you did. So why are you acting like you have no clue or this is beyond you? Go on. So Tisha has a question about her talking about her marriage. Just some old stuff like Melanie been talking about your marriage. Honestly, I just feel like at this point that, like I said, Melody would have still been in her marriage if Martell wasn't as messy with him cheating, and because Marsol has been a little bit more put together or hid his stuff a little bit more better or done whatever he did to them women to make them not speak up. Destiny goes on and says to T, and it's kind of piggybacking off of what Tisha was saying, but kind of let Tisha finish up. And then Destiny said, but I have a question too, because why are we not where we used to be? And you claiming it's because I'm friends with Martell, but how could you be friends with Tisha cousin and she's your op? And you should have seen Tisha face. Tisha was like, the op? What's the op? What's the op? What's the op? Tisha, yes, you are considered an op to Melody right now. I don't know why, but whatever. It ain't even that deep. But Destiny is just like, how could you be friends with Kiki, who is Melody's cousin, who's friends with your op, but you can't be friends with me, and I'm friends with your op? I was like, ooh, she got you, Mel. She got you, Mel. That little smirk that she had on her face, she knew ding, 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 ding. She knew she had you. She had you pinned down on the wall, okay? Or on the floor. And Melody pretty much did not have an answer for that, because it was just nothing she could say. She tried to go, why are you butting in? Why I'm talking to Tisha? Like, all of this stuff all around the bush. And I just was like, no, Melody, stop. She got you. Oh, sometimes we gotta We gotta listen so we can speak. And I felt like Melanie was not listening. Or how about this? Not that she wasn't listening, it's just that she did not want to answer that question because she knew it was kind of making her look a little funny. Anyway, so beyond that part, Stormy jumps in, and I just was like, oh, Stormy. Stormy, 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 Stormy. I can't stand a friend who needs another friend to be their pit bull or to back them up. Like, let your friend defend herself. This ain't got nothing to do with you. And then she's gonna be like, well, Destiny, tell us why you not friends with Mel anymore. Like, ask your friend. Destiny's not your friend. Why don't you ask your friend Melody? Why don't you ask your friend Melody? Or why don't you and Melody talk about that later? And then you're going to be like, because to be honest, she don't even bring you up at all. That's a lie. I find it to be a lie. I find that to be a lie. I think it's a lie. I don't like it. I am talking from a friendship point of view. If we have an issue, let's talk about it, you and me. Don't bring your friend over here who is the bulldog, who you think is going to make me back down from what I'm saying, because now we see that Destiny she's never been one of the people who kind of back down from anything. So now Stormy and Destiny is here doing this. But if you remember what I said to you at the beginning of the season, when people get these titles, not people, when somebody gets a title where they're a little bit of a hierarchy than the rest of the cast members, maybe you have some editor credits, you have some type of producer credits, or whatever it is that Melody has the power to pull new people onto the show, but not pull people onto the show. I feel like she didn't pull somebody like Stormy onto the show for the betterment of the cast, because Stormy is not really sharing her life. We don't really know much about her yet, and we're on the 4th, 5th, 6th episode, I think. So she's not really sharing much about her life. She's really here to be the pit bull for Melody, and I kind of am like, I hate when people do this. Like, where's your stuff that you got to bring on the show? Melody don't need a pit bull. But here we are, and now you are speaking for Melody. And I was just like, I kind of don't like that. Like, I kind of, in girlfriend situations, I kind of hate stuff like that. Like, hey, but that's my friend first. Or that's my friend, so I'm talking to her. Because her just saying like Melody don't even speak about you. Obviously she do. Yeah, so that was my whole thing. I wonder how Stormy is going to look for the rest of the season. I wonder if people really are going to like Stormy. But like I said, I didn't want like I said in a couple other reviews that I did, I didn't want Melody to fall into that place where as though, remember how I hate to bring up other shows while we're watching another show, but I'm just thinking about Basketball Wives, Shawnee O'Neal, and Evelyn Lozada, and whoever else she had as her little minions. I don't like it. Stormy seems like a powerful woman. Stormy seems like she's about her business of her own. She don't need to be Melody's pit bull back there. She don't need to be back there speaking up for Melody. I didn't like that. But that's it. You guys tell me what you think about what I said. Maybe I don't want to say she's her pit bull, but I just want to say I'm not a fan of that. So y'all let me know what y'all think about how Stormy stood up for Melanie. Do y'all like your friends to stand up for y'all like that? Do y'all like your friends to, if somebody is talking bad or saying something you don't like about them, do y'all like your friends to like be like, oh, let me bet in, but let me tell you this, because it got Melanie and Destiny in a whole back and forth, whereas though Destiny was kind of like started mocking her. She's like, oh yeah, people want to be like me. Oh yeah, a lot of people want to be like me. And you could tell Stormy was starting to get upset because Stormy accent started to come out. And I was like, where's Stormy from? From the D? Where's she from? You hear her whole accent coming out, so you know she getting heated. And Destiny like, I'm on whatever time you on. Whatever slang, whatever you about to, because I guess Melody and Destiny is from a whole bunch of different places, so she's like, wherever you at, what is where I'm about to meet you with it. And it's just like, see, it's not turning good. And this is another part about like friendships like that, because sometimes you want to becoming friends with that friend that you had a falling out for, and here it is, your friend that you done had stick up for you and speak up for you and do all of that stuff, and now she's got to be on the outs. I don't like it when friends do that. Like, just chill in the back. Chill in the back. Don't you don't gotta say nothing on my behalf. You don't have to say nothing on my behalf. Just stay back there. But that's just me and how I feel. I don't need anybody to come save me in a spat. I can make my own points and tell you why I feel the way I feel. But that's all I got to say. If you like this video, please get down and below, like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. This is your girl Tiffany Internet. We're gonna do this again. Hopefully I can get this up today. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. Not only just anybody, in the sense of you are helping somebody, mamas, aunties, whoever. Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye bye, guys.